Hello there. Uno Platform Studio is the fastest way for you to build cross-platform .NET apps. This is essentially a unification of all of our design and AI tools so we can elevate developer productivity. And you can do this from any OS, any IDE, and any AI agent. Let's take a look at the experience. Once I launch an Uno Platform app, I'm welcomed into Hot Design. And this happens to be Uno Chefs, one of our many showcase apps. At any point, I can click on this fire icon, and I'm back to just the app UI. I can click on it back in, and I'm back into Hot Design. So this is a runtime visual designer. My app never stops working. I just have a design surface to work on my app UI. In Hot Design, up top, I have a nice toolbar. So I can see what my app looks like in light mode, dark mode, or how the app UI renders on mobile, tablet, or bigger form factors. In design mode, I have an elements tree here, which helps me visualize my app UI. And I have a scope selector, so at any point, I can focus on which part of my UI I want to work on. Down below is a toolbox with all the UI components that I can place in my app. I can simply click and drag and drop to add to my UI. At any point, I can zoom in, select a piece of UI, see all the properties here, and I can drill down even further. And I can eventually see that I'm working with real runtime data as I work on my app UI. I can switch up my mode to interactive, and in this case, I get to use my app exactly like my user would, navigate to a different part of the app, find a piece of UI that I need to change, go back to design, and now we can do the drill down back in, find my UI, and let's just change up some of these brushes that we are using to paint this chart control, switch it up here, and with hot reload, any changes that I make here in my design surface are synced right back to my IDE. Here's my code running in VS Code, and you can see the protein brush has been changed to the different color that I selected. So a really nice, fast developer in a loop. Now, modern AI is drastically changing how we build software, and there's a lot of AI tooling inside of Uno Platform Studio to help make you more productive. So let's switch over to an empty app, and inside of Hot Design, I can now switch to an agent mode. Here's a custom AI agent waiting for my prompts to build and iterate on app UI. Let's try it out here. I could simply say, let's make a modern login page. And I could hit generate, and the AI agent gets to work. And in no time, I have a nice fresh login page. I can iterate further on this with AI, or I can hit the apply button to accept the changes AI has made. I can go into design, and I can further tweak the UI components here. So at any point with Hot Design and Hot Reload, any of my changes that I make here with AI and with design are synced back to my IDE. Now, you are free to use any AI model or AI agent of your choice, but let us bring the contextual expertise, and we do that through MCP Servers so you have more confidence in your agentic workflows. Now, back in my IDEs like Visual Studio, VS Code, or Rider, I can use any agentic harness, but I will make sure that my AI agents always have access to Uno Platform MCP Tools. The first one here, Uno MCP, provides the AI agents with abilities to search and fetch documentation and best practices for Uno Platform apps. The second one here, Uno App MCP, brings in app interactivity. So AI now has eyes and hands, so it can actually see my app and interact with it, so I have more confidence in what AI builds for me. Now, the same is true if you want to use any AI-first IDEs like Cursor, Cloud Code, or Anti-Gravity in this case. You always want to make sure that your AI agents are grounded and they have access to Uno Platform MCP Tools. With MCP Tools wired up, any questions I ask or any code changes that AI makes are always powered by documentation. And with App Interactive MCP Tools, I can validate what AI is doing for me. For example, I can go back in here and say, take a screenshot of my running app. And at this point, it's going to try to find the running app. It's going to find the runtime info, so it can grab the process which is running my app UI. And then it finds a screenshot tool, and I can allow it once or for the whole workspace. And there, it's taken a screenshot of our modern login page. So I can validate what UI AI is generating for me. Now, let's talk about a very different way of using AI agentic workflows. What if you wanted to be in your terminal and use CLI tools to spawn off AI agents to work for you? So be it Codex, GitHub Copilot CLI, Cloud Code, you are covered because MCP tools work with every one of them. Now, here's a sample app that I built entirely with AI. I got a car dashboard here with some maps and navigation overlays on the right and some traffic going by in lanes on the left. Now, this being Codex, I can simply come in here and I can do whack MCP. And you'll see that Codex is using the same exact MCP tools that we were using from our IDEs. I got my Uno MCP and I got my Uno app MCP. So with those wired in, I could now do interactive things. So I could say, click on the seed button, right? So AI agents are going to grab the right MCP tools to interact, and it's taking a screenshot of the app, and now it's clicked on that seat button programmatically, so I can change up anything about my car seating and heating and so on. So with contextual MCP tools, another big benefit that we can light up are design to code workflows. So here I have in Figma a nice design for a mobile app. I could go to my IDE or any AI agent of that matter and hand over the URL of my Figma design. The agent then gets to work with Figma MCPs and pulls back all the details for the design that my designer envisioned it to be. And then it gets to work with Uno Platform MCP tools. It can initialize itself, do documentation, search, and fetch, and then it can take screenshot after screenshot to make sure the app that it's producing is exactly what the designer envisioned it to be. So with that, here's the running app of the login screen, and it looks pretty darn accurate. So let's go back to where we started. Uno Platform Studio is a collection of all of our design and AI tools. You can pick and choose what you want, but the goal here is to give you utmost developer productivity towards building cross-platform .NET apps. We can't wait to see what you build, and thanks a lot for watching.